macOS Snow Leopard, Windows 7. These are two operating systems that came out 10 years ago in 2009. The two may look identical to their predecessors, as both were released to merely refine the features of said predecessors. However, both are different in their own ways, mainly for their life support, which I'll get to in a long while, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, with all this in mind, what is it like living with either operating system in 2009? Are they still functional? Well, for Windows 7, I say yes, considering it is the operating system that runs the laptop I use, and everything seems to be working on it. But my MacBook can also run Snow Leopard, and I've tried it at one point, and it was quite a pain to use with its lack of software and support. But regardless, it would be much more fair to give a side-by-side comparison of these two operating systems, and to get similar performance on the two, I would be running them on VirtualBox, which has good support for both Windows 7 and macOS Snow Leopard. Well, I would do all of that if it weren't stuck on Beachball Purgatory when I try to get Snow Leopard to boot up in VirtualBox. So unfortunately, I won't be doing a side-by-side comparison per se, but I will do a comparison of the two contemporary operating systems. The categories for the comparison include life support, software support, and most importantly, which one is worth it today. Life support for macOS Snow Leopard ended in 2014, meaning no further security updates were made for the operating system. Meanwhile, support for Windows 7 continues up to 2020, and if professional and enterprise users are willing to pony up some money, both support for the operating system can continue up to 2023, giving Windows 7 9 years longer support than Snow Leopard, and it will also probably end support as soon as the next macOS version after Catalina comes out. Software support is very blatant, with common knowledge that any other macOS operating system runs less up-to-date software than most other older Windows operating systems. Case in point, Windows 7 is able to run the latest version of Google Chrome, while the latest version of macOS Snow Leopard is able to run came out in 2016. Avid gamers that run Snow Leopard, though, are relieved to know that support for Steam ended just New Year's Day this year, 2019. So while it won't be exactly up to date, it will still be very usable for the time being, although Windows 7 gamers can run the latest version of the game client anyway. Other noted software, which is not limited to Java, Adobe Creative Cloud, Open Broadcaster software, and uTorrent all work on Windows 7, while none of them will no longer work on Snow Leopard. This all comes to the question, which of the two operating systems are worth it? Well, with Snow Leopard, you have a pretty outdated operating system that has little to no support for virtually every known software these days, but its age may not be all that bad, as some may like the skeuomorphic design of the operating system, and it can also run many other PowerPC apps at a level of compatibility that is easier said than done in Windows 7. That said, if you want a supported operating system with plenty of up-to-date software, the latter is your best choice. And indeed, if you are stuck on Snow Leopard on a very old computer, on an old Mac, you can at least get Windows 7 to run via Boot Camp, the details of which I won't get into, but as soon as I get Windows 7 up and running, you have a pretty up-to-date operating system with most of all the latest software supported. Now, all I've said here is pretty subjective, as I admit I haven't had much experience with macOS Snow Leopard. I do hope, however, that I did make this non-convoluted as possible. If I missed anything or got something wrong, I'll find that out and I'll make corrections in the description. In the meantime, that is all I have for this comparison video between Windows 7 and macOS Snow Leopard. Thank you all for watching this video. The next week is YouTube Nation. The week after is Hugbox Classics, and end of month video after that week. So I'll see you soon.